Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a good spring day. As you can see out here, it's just spring in Montana. Still a little bit cool, about 35 degrees, 34 degrees right now. It's supposed to be a high of 45 today and sunshine, so it's one of the first days of sun in a while. Got something new for you guys though. I got rid of the 03 Silverado, and I did a trade for it, straight across for the vehicle I'm about to show you. And I think this vehicle is going to become my daily driver and just all around utility vehicle. So we'll end up possibly getting rid of the Denali. And I have got a story on this. This is our second brand new Tiguan in 2 months. So there's a story there that I got to film too. So anyways, so that may go away as long as I can make sure the next vehicle is up to standard. Plus I'm waiting to see what's happening with the Tiguan. We're trying to get Volkswagen to buy it back right now so that we can get our money back. We're having issues with it. Like I said, same issues we've had with the first one that we got rid of at 1,000 miles. So yes, we're taking a hit and losing money, but I'm tired of a vehicle that doesn't work properly. Anyways, that's a story for a different time. Currently, so I traded the 03 Silverado, had a guy out of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho call me, and I'm in Kalispell, Montana, so about 3.5 hours away from here or so. I met him halfway. We test drove each other's vehicles, and we decided to go for a straight across trade. Now, mind you, this vehicle is worth a heck of a lot more than what mine is worth, my truck was worth, but he wanted the heavy-duty 3/4 ton because mine had the upgraded rear end and springs and airbags and all that stuff in it, even though it was a 1500 HD. And he was happy with that. Sorry, I'm trying to get in the sun, out of the sun, but the vehicle he had, well, let me just show you. 2007 Chevy Avalanche LTZ package. So the LTZ is a fully loaded leather package, nav and all that stuff, which has been upgraded with aftermarket stereo. It's missing a few things, but it's good for the most part. Let's take a look at the interior, and then we'll do a full walk. Well, let's do a walk around on the outside, then we'll do the interior. As you can, right off the bat, aftermarket headlights. They've rhino lined the front clip all the way around for paint protection and that. The Chevy emblem was bad. I just replaced that, so I just put that on the other day. That was cheap. Has decent tires, other than the fronts are cupping real bad on the inside, so it needs ball joints and tie rod ends and stuff, which that's an easy fix. You can get kits off of Marketplace, or not Marketplace, but the internet for $400 or $500 for complete upper and lower control arms and all a bunch of stuff. But overall, body's in decent shape. It's got a few spots. Starting to get one right there. Fenders are okay, starting to get a little spot there. Yes, it is dirty. I've owned it for about a week. I've been driving it, and it has been raining here. So disc brake all the way around. Like I said, decent tires. Has a hard tonneau cover up here with locking tailgate. This one does have a reverse camera with parking sensors in 2007. They are not functioning because of the stereo, but that's a different story. And this one is flex fuel capable. I had a light out, so I've already changed to LED reverse lights. Like I said, it is dirty. So this color is called Bermuda Blue Metallic, and it's like 3% of all Avalanches made in 07 is this color. I apologize for the wind. I can't do anything about that. These do have pockets on the sides that lock. Must be a different key I don't have. But that color does look really good in the sunlight. Got some rust right there starting. And then, as you can see, this wheel is a couple different colors. The whole wheel was this color here. And that's actually a road oil. They went through some road oil when it was wet, and it was down the whole side of the car. I got most of it off the body. It's still all over the running board, the factory running boards. and then I started scrubbing. So like right there, I cleaned it off. SOS pad and soapy water will take it right off. It's got the chrome caps on the mirrors. Overall, not a bad body truck. And like I said, LTZ package, so we'll full leather, sunroof. So let's take a look inside. On the inside, that is the only damage on any of the seats. And I guess it's pretty common, but I've got one crack in the dash right there. Now, when I got this thing, ooh, something else I should show you outside. It's not hooked up because it was draining the battery, but I don't know if you can see it in there. There's a big light bar in there. It's not hooked up. So when I got this thing, I had to order the remotes, which were cheap off of Amazon, and got those programmed. So now I have remote start that works. This is the switch, I believe, for that light that's not working. But as you can see, full leather, black leather interior, or ebony. Sunroof that works. All the automatic climate control and everything else like that. And I have not detailed it. I mean, I vacuumed it out real quick, but that's it. So it's clean. Smells good. It's got 186,000 miles on it. Now that the tire pressure sensor is fixed, I don't have any lights that come on. I do have a service suspension system. Yeah, 185/408. Got aftermarket dual stereo that's not hooked up right, or it's not accommodating the rear window, or not the rear window, the rear camera and the parking sensors, because I do get a parking sensor warning. So automatic climate control, cup, ashtray, cup holders. This is touch screen, but it also is USB compatible. Very big center pocket. Overall, a lot nicer driving car than what I had, than what my truck was. So, and it rides and drives better. Gets a little bit better mileage than the Denali because I can switch it out of 4-wheel drive. The Denali is all-wheel drive. So yeah, I'm just kind of slowly working through a few things. When I first got this, it smoked really bad on startup. And I did a lot of research on that and found out it was due to probably a valve cover. So I replaced that over the weekend, and I'm going to add that in on the second half of this video. So you'll see that what I did to do that. I mean, it was pretty easy. Didn't take too long. Sorry, my throat hurts. I'm starting to get sick, but full power windows, power locks, all that fun stuff. Power seats on both of them, heated leather seats. Not a heated steering wheel, but that's okay. We can deal with that. So basically a lot of the same options as the Denali did. But again, the Denali is going to sit for now. I'm going to drive this, make sure everything's good. Waiting to see what's going to happen on the new Tiguan. And then the Denali is going to get sold. I'm trying to sell my boat right now. And Corvette may or may not be sold. We are actually trying to buy another Corvette right at the moment. So if that goes through, you'll see that here before too long. Kind of a his and hers kind of thing. But other than that, welcome to the channel, the new Avalanche. I don't have a name for it. I don't know if I'm going to put a name to it. It's just an Avalanche. So, but we are planning on trying to fix it, make it nice, make it a reliable daily. This one in particular has the 5.3 in it. So it's pretty easy to work on. Everything's real easy to get to. I think you'll see later in the video, the whole valve cover change took me maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, probably 45, excuse me, 45 minutes because I was filming, so it took me longer because of trying to film a little bit too, but super simple, like 9 bolts and it was off. So 5 for the coils, unplug the coils, pull the 5 bolts out, pull the coil pack off, and then 4 bolts for the valve cover, and it came right off. So it has not been smoking on startup anymore. So that was really helpful. So here it is. Welcome to the channel, Avalanche. And then I will insert the second half of this video on the valve cover stuff. But thanks for watching. We'll see you later. All right, welcome back to the second half of this video. So I've got the Avalanche in the shop, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the first part, but this thing smokes like a chimney when you first start it. And it's common on these early 07 classics, they're calling them, to smoke when you first start it up and then it goes away. And it has to do with the valve cover gasket. 99% of the problem is the valve cover gasket, not valve stem seals or rings or anything like that. And I can show you. So here's the early version of the valve cover gasket. Let me see if I can get some light on there for you. There's a hole right here. And then this is where you can see the PCV valve, and then it pulls through here. This early style plugs up really bad, and you can see this vehicle was not taken care of very well. There's a lot of corrosion and stuff in there, so I imagine this whole system is plugged up. Here's the later style. I ordered a whole new valve cover, so it's got this larger opening and these flaps to kind of prevent stuff coming in, and a little bit of a drain hole. I am probably going to drill another drain hole probably here and here, just so the oil can run back, and that will eliminate that smoking problem that we have. Now this is real easy to do. You can do it at home. It's a couple of tools, 10mm, 8mm, and remove some plugs, and that's about it. So we'll clean it back up, get everything put back on, and then test it out again probably tomorrow morning, because it would only do it when it's sat for a long period of time. So I may clean this other valve cover and keep it just as a spare, or I may throw it away. But obviously it's pretty dirty. It needed changed anyway. The valve cover gasket looked like it might be leaking. So I'm going to get to cleaning up, get everything put back on, and then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so the new valve cover is on. There's 4 8mm bolts, real easy to do. Next is the coil pack. Get the drill out of the way. That coil pack, and there's 5 10mm studs to put on. So we'll get that done real quick, get everything plugged in, and I'll be right back. All right, so everything's back on and back together. That literally took me less than an hour to do. So here's your part number. Now that you got that issue will cause misfires, oil consumption, things of that nature. So if you're early 07 Silverado, Avalanche, Yukon, Denali, whatever Cadillac is doing the same thing, start there and see if you've got this old style valve cover on it. Sorry, can't talk this morning. It's early morning, still before 9. So next thing I'm going to do when this is due for an oil change, I'm going to run an engine flush through it, because as you can see, the underside of that valve cover is just disgusting. So I imagine the whole motor is really bad. So, and then we're going to rebuild the front end on this thing. It needs ball joints, tie rod ends. It's used. It's got 186,000 miles. The whole front end looks original. So we can order kits from like Detroit Axle for less than $500. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save up a couple bucks and get that ordered. But for now, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.